Welcome to the Blue Jays post-game talk, the fan run live show. If you want to follow me, The Six Sports, I'm on Twitter, and then Six Sports. It's a Toronto sports fan page. If you guys want to send in your comments, tweets, questions, anything you want to say, just write it in there and we can talk. So today, the Blue Jays won 8-5 over the Philadelphia Phillies, and this came from a pretty bad outing, relatively, for R.A. Dickey today. He's been the best pitcher in the league since, I don't know, the All-Star break, I guess. His ERA going into this game in the last, 8 to 12 starts was somewhere around 1.4 to 1.5. Now, we got lit up for 5 today, which is okay. That happens, but maybe a little bit worrisome that the pitching hasn't been dominant. It's not worrisome. It's not elite. This pitching on this team never was elite. They were leading the league in all pitching categories for the past month and a half, roughly. That was going to change eventually because, your staff is the staff of R.A. Dickey, Mark Burley, David Price, Hutch, and Estrada better than like the Nationals pitching? No, it's not. Saying that, they still have good pitching relatively, and luckily the offense bailed them out today. And oh boy, that offense, we have not seen that offensive outburst in a few games, but you kind of forget what it's like, what they were, how many runs they were scoring about a month and a half ago before all the trades. They were lighting it up. They had many 10-run games, and the offense bailed them out again today, in large part thanks to the knight in shining armor. What happened today was the Blue Jays were down. First of all, Josh Donaldson gave them the lead in the first inning, 1-0 with a solo homer. And then they eventually made their. They eventually were down about 5-4. Revere was on base. Tulowitzki got on base, and then Josh Donaldson, the knight in shining armor for this city, was up to the plate, and what does he do? He just says, you know what? I'm just going to spank this ball right out of here. And that's what happened. He spanked the ball right out of there, gave the Jays a 2-run lead, 7-5. And eventually that was followed up with another home run by Edwin Encarnacion, who extends his hit streak to 15 games in a row. Now, he's been hurt. He had that, what did he have, that finger injury or the wrist injury? What did he have? I don't know if you guys can write it on Periscope. I don't know. He hurt his finger or something. And so he has a 15-game hit streak, but saying that he's missed some games. But it's nice to see him. He's just been hot. Bautista's been hot, even though he didn't have a great game today. Tulowitzki's been cold, but he got a hit today. Or I think Revere got a hit today. It was just a good offensive outburst that we haven't seen from a Blue Jays team in a while. But oh boy. You forget how fun this offense is to watch sometimes. And again, during their 11-game win streak, I think 7 of their 11 wins were like with 3 runs or less they scored, or 4 runs or less. But man, remember all those games when they were winning 10-9 and like 10-8, and like, didn't they win one like 13-11 in March or something? Yeah, go Jays, go. Whoever wrote that in, I can't see your Twitter handle, but yeah, go Jays, go. I agree. If you have anything to write in, any questions, comments, anything funny or dirty to say, just send it in on Periscope and I'll say it, unless it's too dirty. Go Golden Hawks. Yeah, I'm a Laurier alumni, for those of you listening on the podcast, and someone just wrote in. Yeah, this is the Laurier sweater. So, but this was again a great game. The Blue Jays aren't going to gain any ground on the Yankees, unfortunately, because freaking Minnesota Twins suck. They can't give us a break. Like, come on, guys. Pick it up, Minnesota. Jesus, you guys were in a wild card spot like 2 weeks ago. And then what do? You freaking lose every game. Now, you lost 4 straight to us, which is good. You lost 4 straight to the Jays. But, can you just please beat the Yankees? Just please. We liked that half-game lead. Remember what it was like to have the lead in the division, everyone? That was fun, right? The lead in the division. Seems like that was ancient history. It's going to be a dogfight to the end. I agree. It's, Yankees aren't going away. Jays aren't going away. Orioles are a good team too. But man, that half game lead, on August, whatever, August 11th or whatever it was. That was sweet. August 10th, August 9th. I don't know. But oh boy, is that kind of sad that as a Jays fan, it's something to be proud of that we had the division lead in August, in early August. Is that sad that we're like proud and happy about that? Like, I don't know, because I was so excited. Like, yeah, half game lead. Let's talk Joey Bats. Yeah, what do you want to say about Joey Bats today? He didn't have a hit today, right? He popped out a few times. He's been great though. He's been on fire, hitting 300 in the month with like 7 home runs and 14 RBI. Dickey absolutely sucked today. That's right. Well, comparatively sucked. I mentioned this in the opening. He comparatively sucked. This was like 5 earned runs in 5 innings. Yeah, that sucks. And yeah, Dickey just didn't have a good outing. But saying that, he's been the best pitcher in the league for the past month and a half. So he was bound to have a bad outing, and this was the one that he had, and they still won. So what can you say about that? And yeah, Bautista was quiet against the Yankees, but so were all the Jays bats. They didn't really score a lot of runs in the Jays Yankee series. Honestly, the only consistent hitter on this team Ryan Goins was the only guy who had a good offensive series against the Yankees, wasn't he? Didn't he have that like 4-run homer or 3, not grand slam, a 3-run homer against the Yankees, and they won that game? But Donaldson's been the one consistent guy, man. He had 2 homers today. He has his career high already. Donaldson is my man. He is a god. I love him. Donaldson is like, he has 91 RBI, and there's still a month and a half left to go. That's great. We haven't seen an offensive season like this since Bautista in 2011. So it's great. It's great to see. Although Bautista is having a pretty good home run and RBI year too. All those averages, I wish that he could bump that up a bit more. But saying that, he's walking a lot, which is great. He always does that. His on base is 360, 370. He's a great player. I'm not going to complain about Joey Bats because, you know what? He's been the captain of this team. He revitalized the franchise in 2010 with 54 home runs. I will never ever complain about him ever. Because he was the first superstar that we've had in a while. Tulo is great, but Donaldson is the best pickup of the year. Oh, I completely agree. 100%. Donaldson has been like, he's the second. He's going to be second in MVP votes, maybe in the AL this year, next to Mike Trout. Although Chris Davis is just picking it up. Nelson Cruz having a good year. But Donaldson, he's an MVP type player. Tulowitzki is going to be great. He's not hitting well right now. But Tulowitzki is the greatest fielding shortstop in the history of the game, statistically. His fielding percentage is higher than every other shortstop ever, including any shortstop you can think of. Tulowitzki statistically a better fielder. So we're going to see that, like, he's a franchise player. Tulowitzki's a franchise player. Donaldson's a franchise player. Bautista is a franchise player. He's just old. Price is a franchise player. We're not going to have him for hopefully we can keep him around, but most likely he's going to go to free agency, and Yankees or Dodgers are going to spend $1 billion to keep him. Yeah, what did you guys think of the game today, to be honest? Oh, someone else writes in, yeah, he'll definitely be up there in voting along with Trout and Teixeira. I guess you're talking about Donaldson. Yeah, I agree. Teixeira's having a good year. I forgot about that too. A-Rod was. I remember a few weeks ago, I was having a talk about A-Rod being an MVP candidate. Now he completely fell off the face of the earth, but yeah, Teixeira's having a good year. There's a few players that are going to get MVP votes for sure, but I think Trout's going to win it because he wins it every year. Or he doesn't win it every year. I mean, I don't know if he's won it actually, but Trout's going to win it. And yeah, Donaldson's going to be second, probably third maybe. And yeah, it's just great to see. But yeah, today was a good game to watch. It was nice to see a high scoring game again. Felt like after all those Jays Yankees series that there was no offense anymore from this team or from the opponents. But an 8-5 game, it's fun. Hopefully they can, it's better to win low scoring games. Any manager will tell you, any player will tell you, it's better to score. It's better to win in low scoring games. That's more what's the word? I'm trying to look for sustainable. It's more sustainable to win 3-1 than it is to win 8-5. But saying that, this team's lit up. This team's averaging 5.5 runs a game. Like they're an offensive juggernaut. Now, if you can get Troy Tulowitzki hitting his dingers again, that'd be nice. And hopefully he can have another night like he did in his first game in a Blue Jays uniform, like that three. He went 3 for 4 in his first game with or 3 for 5 or something, 2 doubles and a homer. If he can do that again, that would be much appreciated. Maybe we can send him some tweets there, although he doesn't have Twitter. The Yankees won 8-4. Oh my God. The Twins, man, the Twins. Can we just what happened to them? I know I said that they were going to fall off the face of the earth, and I called that too. I said that the Twins were not a good team when the Jays won that first game against them of the 4-game series. But come on, Twins. You guys were in the second wild card not that long ago. Come on, just please win against the Yankees. We loved that division lead, guys. We loved it. We should send a message out to Paul Molitor, the manager of the Twins, and just write him a letter saying, hey, remember when you were a Blue Jay and we were awesome? Yeah, can you just help us out again? Please just win some games against the Yankees. Or at least throw a ball at Teixeira or something. I'm kidding. Don't do that. But I don't know. We need a break here, guys. It's going to be a dogfight till the end. One of you wrote in. It's going to be a dogfight. But man, I really wish that they could run away with it right now, the Jays, because that'd be nice not to be nervous in the last 2 weeks of the season. Yeah, they haven't had the division lead that late in the season since 1993. And so if they can somehow grab the division lead again, they'll have a division lead that late in the season since 1993. So although didn't one year in 1986, they had the division lead, a 4-game lead or something with a week to go, and they lost 7 straight and the Royals got in. If any of you can check that for me, I'm pretty sure that happened, but man, I hope that doesn't happen this year. That would be Heartbreak City. What would you guys do if they had a 6-game lead with 2 weeks left and missed the playoffs? 6-game lead on the division and somehow missed the wild card too. Also, would you guys also be happy? Here's what I like to ask Blue Jays fans too. If they were to get the first wild card, have a home game at the Rogers Center, and lose that game, would you be happy with their season? Because before the David Price acquisition, a lot of people said, yeah, that'd be, even with the Tulowitzki trade, a lot of people said, yeah, we'll take a wild card game. We'll take a home game. We haven't seen one of those since 1993. But I don't really know if I would like that. For me, my bar is I'd like to just see an actual series. I'd like to see the first series, which is best of 5. They'll be taking on the Astros or something. That's what I want to see. That's my expectations. And don't get swept. Send a message out to the Raptors too. Don't get swept in the first round, because that is the worst thing that can happen. You know what? We should raise the expectations for Toronto. Just sports in general. Leafs, Raptors, TFC. Everyone should be making the second round. Can't believe I said that. That's weird. Everyone should make the second round. TFC can make the playoffs this year. They're close. They're in 4th place. Raptors, they're going to make the playoffs too, and they're going to get Kevin Durant next year, by the way. I heard it from an insider. I'm not kidding. They're going to get Kevin Durant next year. Now, they signed Valanciunas, so it's going to be tough, but they're going to get Kevin Durant next year. So you heard it here first. KD's come to the Raptors. Leafs, they're I think that they're going to surprise people this year. They're going to do good because everyone thinks that they're going to suck, and that's the only time where they actually do anything, is when people think they suck, they actually play well. And so I don't know. These Jays, man, there's so much hype around them. I got so scared during that 11-game win streak that the hype would get so much where people would be expecting them to win 80% of their games the rest of the way. And so I think that, as much as I hate to say it, I know this is going to sound crazy as a Blue Jays fan, it might have been good for them to lose back-to-back games against the Yankees, to be honest, because it kind of put everything back into perspective, saying okay, this is still baseball. This is, we can lose any day of the week. We still need to cheer on our team. We need to play more consistently. And that's what needs to happen. And, I also mentioned after their first loss to the Yankees, they play horrible after 11-game win streaks. Statistically, they win about over their 25 games following an 11-game win streak, they usually only win about 10 of those. What's that, a 38% win percentage or something, 40%, something like that. And so right now they're 2-2, which is good. It's not great. They need to play better. They need to win about 55% of the rest of their games to 60%. So I guess they're on pace to do that. But you know what? I'm just glad that they didn't follow that 11-game win streak up with like a 4-game losing streak, because that seems like something that would have happened to the Jays last year or the year before. Remember 2012, guys? Remember when going into the year when they were the favorite to win the World Series and the home game was sold out and no other game was sold out that year? Well, this is different. They are proven. They have had 2 11-game win streaks. Yeah, 2. By the way, sorry, there was a tweet on Twitter about a week ago from an ESPN or New York writer or something. And they said that here's kind of, I'm paraphrasing. He pretty much said, well, if you take away the Jays' 2 11-game win streaks, they are statistically the second worst team in the league. Yeah, okay, no kidding. You take away 22 wins from any other team in the league except the Cardinals, and you're going to be near the bottom of the ladder, okay? That was the dumbest tweet I've ever heard. Oh yeah, well if you just don't count their 11-game win streaks this year, then they're not that good a team. Well, you know what? Those 11-game win streaks happened. You can't take away 22 wins. Like if you did that to the Yankees, guess what? They would suck too. So I don't know who wrote that, but I forget. It was some New York writer or something wrote that, and that just pissed me off. And by the way, sorry for not doing post-game talks on the weekend. I'm thinking of just taking weekends off, so I'll only do it on weekdays. So look forward to more of this on weekdays. But man, today was a great game, guys. Just Josh Donaldson, the savior, the MVP, even when R.A. Dickey has a bad outing, Josh Donaldson just rises like a phoenix, and brings in 4 RBI. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I saw this on the bench or not, but I'm pretty sure here was the conversation between Josh Donaldson, R.A. Dickey. So Josh Donaldson pretty much went up to R.A. Dickey and just said, you know what? It doesn't matter. You can allow 8 more runs. I'm just going to win us this game here with like 5 home runs. That's what he wouldn't have let the team lose, Josh Donaldson. He's just a god, guys. He's a god. But if you have any comments, just write them in. Any last comments? I usually keep these 10 to 15 minutes. Any last comments? It sucks that the Yankees won. That really sucks because it seems like we can't gain ground on them while they're facing horrible teams. So we're pretty much going to have to sweep the Phillies. That's what's going to have to happen. To sweep this 2-game set or whatever it is. Is it 2 games and then they have a day off and then they go face someone else on the road? Man, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, guys. But Phillies suck. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. Phillies do suck statistically, but they do have a good record after the All-Star break. And I think that they started the All-Star break 9-1, right? I don't know how they've done since then, but I know that even though I think that they're close to last place, they're not that horrible of a team. They've actually picked up steam since trading their players away. So, but yeah. Phillies do suck. I don't know how they're winning these games lately, although not today. I don't know how they're winning them. I'm guessing it's a mix of pitching and defense. Actually, yeah, they've had good defense, I've heard. They didn't have a lot of errors, but today they had a few. Ooh, they had some bad errors today. Ryan Howard couldn't pick the ball out of the dirt, which it wasn't going that fast either. I don't even know. But all we can hope for is that the Jays win the game tomorrow. Someone writes in, just said started winning after manager resigned. Basically, there you go. So that's the reason there. So there you go. That's one of the reasons, I guess. It's a change in the feel of the clubhouse for the Phillies, I'm guessing, and how pitchers get into the game. Maybe the bullpen's better. I guess, yeah. Phillies are a good team right now. They're not a good team throughout the year, but right now they're pretty good. So I'm quite happy with this win. I think that this win tells more about the Toronto Blue Jays than the Minnesota Twins series did 4 series ago, because Twins were like a mirage team. You know that they were tanking. They started losing a lot right when the Jays were facing them. So and the Phillies, they've been okay. So I'll take, if the Jays can get 2 wins here, I'll take that as more of a sign that this is a good team than the 4-game sweep of the Twins. I know that sounds weird, but that's just my opinion. So I'd like to thank you guys all for listening and commenting and writing in. That's it for now. And go Jays, go! I'll see you guys tomorrow when they win. We'll say 6-3 tomorrow. See you guys later.